All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Courtney, and good morning, Nina. Thanks for being here this morning. I am Chloe, and this is Rise and Right. And I got up early, and I somehow lost like 20 minutes, so I still ended up being late here. But that's okay. I'm here now, and I'm excited to be here. Today, I am going to be working on that last book in my Shifter series. This is the book that I have been working on since at least October of 2019. I hate this book. I feel like October 2019 was just like my last stab at it, and that I actually started working on it well before then. This book has just been fighting me the entire time, and I kept jumping to other projects to do it. I think October 2019 was when I finally got the rough draft finished for it. And the funny thing is there's like a pandemic in it, or there's almost there is a potential pandemic in it, and some other things that are like closely related to my personal life, but like have happened since then. So it's really funny going over this one, because it is like there are all these aspects to it that sound like I started it recently, and I did not. It has absolutely nothing to do with recent events. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get this the right view. I just wanted to see what actual. Oh my God, why am I not understanding File Explorer right now? Anyways, I was just curious to see what I had created those files, but never mind. Natasha started a new book yesterday, and it is so hard to write because you love it so much. That is how I feel about the beginning of every one of my books. This one, Sandy was getting on me yesterday about how slow I was when I was, like, how low my word count was as I was doing this, because I'm normally a really fast writer. And the thing is that, like, first of all, I've been real sluggish lately, but also I'm starting this over. I'm not rewriting the entire thing, but I am rewriting the first 4 or so chapters. So in that sense, that is starting over, and I am struggling on it. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't tell me the date that these were. Oh no, date created. There we go. Oh. Okay. They also said that the date they were created was 12/13/12. Oh, because it's what's on this computer. Sorry, let me switch over to the other computer. Nobody cares about this except me, but it is the most important thing in my life at this moment. Also, it's important to know that usually, I mean, the last book from start to finish, I started writing it in September, and it was published in December. So the fact that I'm trying to figure out what year I started this on is pretty rough. Let's see, view. Now that I figured out how to do this, I was trying to find a button that probably hasn't existed since like 3.11 for work groups, but that's okay. Details. And I will start a sprint in just a second, I promise. I promise I'm not going to continue this insanity. Date created. Flip that. No, I guess I did start working on this in September of 2019. Okay. So it's less terrifying than I thought. And then CB just joined us, and Ellie Vera just joined us. Thank you for joining us. Nina says, usually I write at least 2K per day at the beginning, but right now it takes me so much longer. but I adore this book, so I will get through it. Awesome. I'm glad that I guess everybody's different. For some reason, I do best in the middle of the books. And I feel like that is actually a weird thing. So let's go ahead and do our first sprint. We're going to go for 10 minutes. It's already set to that perfectly. So I will see you guys at 17 past. Okay, that is time. I had a little bit of other work to do, so I got that done, and then I just kind of cleaned up the scene that I wrote yesterday and figured out where the next scene was going, and kicked myself for not taking better notes. Geez, what is happening here? Sorry, I have a spreadsheet for this series that apparently I didn't format properly, so I can't do like any proper sorting on it. Which would make this moment much easier, but that's okay. This is weird. Okay, I'm not going to stress about it right now. We're on break. I'm going to take a break and talk to you guys. But CB, I hope you're feeling better soon. And I hope it was just like a bad reaction to too much gluten. That sucks. I have not been feeling great lately either. And it's just, for me, it's just that time of year. My body does not handle winter very well. I've been making the joke that we are finally back into the no, that cough isn't COVID. This is just what I do in winter season. I usually have a really bad cough. It hasn't gotten too bad yet. So probably because I don't leave the house anymore. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully it was just gluten. And Elizabeth, you joined in the middle of the first sprint. You're fine. You made good time getting here. And you made a bunch of words in that time. You got 219 words. And Courtney got 251 and attempted to breakfast. I got 14 words. So it's okay. And Nina says a friend set her a playlist with songs for your writing playlist for your project. So you're going to go through the songs. So you are going through the songs and deciding whether or not I want them. That's neat. I've never had a friend do that for me. But then again, I don't listen to the same music that my friends do. So they would absolutely butcher it. Right now, I've been listening to lo-fi hip hop pretty religiously, but I also go through like bluegrass phases and classical phases and electronica. So I have to I have to be that person that hits the weirdest damn things, but they're all instrumental, and that's the trick to it. Is what I listen to is instrumental, and it can be anything as long as it's instrumental. I will listen to it. So Vera also has issues with allergies. Yes, it is. Allergies are absolutely a part of it. I live in Atlanta. I don't know where you are, but I live in Atlanta. And allergies are really bad in Atlanta. There's actually like a valid reason for it, though. It's because there's so much damn horticulture that there's pretty much always something acting up. We just have plants from around the world. We're a really good climate to have, like, you know, both the warmer weather and the colder weather stuff, because we get winter, but we only get a couple of freezes usually. We don't have, you know, we're pretty mild here. So we have a little bit of everything here. So there's always an allergen in the air, and it kills me. And then let's see. Courtney did something dumb. Was wondering why your milk was taking so long to boil. And then I realized, Courtney, I literally did the same thing yesterday. Courtney realized that she left the stupid thing on low instead of high. Oh no, that wasn't even it. What I did yesterday was I had 2 pots on the stove, but I only needed one of them to actually be heating at the time. And I turned on the other one. It wasn't anything that could not be heating, but it was still like not the one. And I'm looking at this pot like, why aren't you boiling yet? What's going on? And then I know it's the pot next to it is boiling. Like, And oh, so okay, so Nina's got Nina's friend listens to the exact same music, so that's perfect. If I had friends like that, I would make them do the same thing for me. And CP's doing her clarinet practice. So I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but I'm glad that you're able to get a little bit of something done. Let's go ahead and do our next. Oh, yes. Also times where I did not turn the stove top on at all, Vera. We've done it all. Um, I can't tell you how many dumb cooking mistakes I've done that involved literally just like operator error with the stovetop. Okay, so we are going to do our next sprint. We're going to go for 20 this time. Let's see if I can click on the right spot. There we go. Um, so it is 23 pass. So we'll see you guys at 43 pass. Okay, that was the end of our second sprint. I wrote 220 words, but I also fought with some spreadsheets, made a new spreadsheet, regretted how little data was in this spreadsheet, and I cleared off my calendar. I got a desk calendar in October when I got a new desk, and I don't use it. I don't know why. I thought, well, the calendar is directly in front of me, so I'll use it. I won't. I never look at the damn thing. So I pulled out some Post-it notes to take notes because I'm definitely going to have a whole bunch of continuity errors. Little things about which one of them I had noticed before. These characters, two of the characters in the story are twins. And somebody should have met both of them, but doesn't recognize the second one. So I was like, I just need to fix all that and make sure she hasn't met the first one. So little things like that. Because I did not store data as well as I should have, I usually just put everything in a spreadsheet. But I didn't spreadsheet anything from this book. I'm assuming because I hated this book so much. So I don't have character descriptions or anything. So I'm making up character descriptions as I go along right now. And I will just fix the continuity as I edit it. And hopefully I'll be able to get there. I don't even know. I know I have references later to what states these characters are from. These are shifters, and they're wolf shifters, and it is fairly important in this story what state they are from, because there's basically a pack. Depending on how powerful the pack is, that pack might be the only one in that state. So, and they're also traveling. And of course, when you're traveling, you're going to mention where you're coming from and going to. So I didn't make notes of any of that. So I am going to use this desk calendar to keep those notes. And let's see here. Elizabeth wrote 115. Scheduled some social media and did some admin work. Awesome. And I will see you next time. I don't know if you have left already, but if you have not and you're about to, we'll see you next time. And yeah. And then CB got 113 words. Also, well done. And Nina got 17 words, but had to figure out the English word for something in my city, since my book is based in Vienna and some things have English words and some don't. That is a tricky one right there. What did I just find out recently? I recently found out that the spelling that I use for Marseille, which I have a story that takes place partially in Marseille, but I've always spelled it with an S, and I didn't realize that was the English spelling. I guess I'm an American, obviously. I guess I don't know how actually Americans typically spell it, but I didn't realize that putting an S at the end made it the English spelling as opposed to the French spelling. I didn't find it out until I was looking up something, and I was like, why am I struggling so bad? And yeah, it turned out that they don't put an S on the end of it in French, which is really weird, because why on earth would we put an S at the end of Marseille? I don't. Anyway. Courtney wrote 5:15 and finished making breakfast. So you did get that milk heated. Awesome. And one of your MCs just discovered her mystical abilities and is currently having a mental breakdown. So this is fun. I love writing those seeds. I feel like a lot of times when I read them, they are not very well written. This is part of my rant on on time travel romance. That genre in particular makes a whole damn mess of people discovering mystical things. In that case, of course, that they are 500 years in the past or what have you. But as a writer, I love that. I love writing that complete breakdown. I didn't get to do it in the Candy for Demons series because they already knew because of their powers. But in the first book of my Shifter series, she doesn't know that she is a shifter, and it's like a whole ass mental breakdown for her when he does finally force her to shift. And I loved writing that. And hello, Carrie. Thank you for joining. Devin's playlist is the most amazing thing ever, and I am so excited that I am included in this. We are running until 9 o'clock today, and we'll be doing 20-minute sprints with like 5-ish minute breaks. So there's still a lot of writing to be done. And with that, let's go ahead and get that next sprint going. Vera got no words, just samples and numbers. Okay, so why am I losing buttons? There we go. Okay, so we are going to go for another 20 minutes. It is 10 of, so I will see you guys at 10 past. There we go. My computer crashed for a second. Sorry. Okay, that is time on that sprint. That was the third sprint, I'm going to call it. Made myself a cup of coffee. Had to do some research. So I had to research whether or not raspberries would be in season in the Pacific Northwest in the fall. This is like August or September that this story is happening, or the scene is happening. And I just wanted to make sure because raspberry season is weird. So I was checking on that, and they are, which is what I thought, but like I hadn't actually considered it in the previous drafts of this story. But when I did consider it this time, I was like, I'm pretty sure they're in season because they're fairly late blooming, or late forming, late producing, late ripening, whatever the right term is, whatever. But so I ended up on a website that was for blackberry and raspberry farmers in Oregon. And they had a map of where berry country is, where they're grown in that area. So I'm on Facebook in a tag group called, I believe, This Data Representation is Horrible and We're Rejecting Your Paper. I'm in a lot of tag groups because that's who I am as a person. And I found a chart that I feel like was worthy of it because it was a map of Oregon with like a pile of blackberries in the middle of it. It was a cartoon, like it was a drawing. It wasn't an actual pile of blackberries. But just kind of like in the middle of it, and it was supposed to represent Willamette Valley, but like there was absolutely no way to tell that from the picture, and where the berries were definitely went well past the Willamette Valley when I realized that was what was going on. So that was one thing I researched. My other research was what to call a male wolf, and this drives me crazy because in all of my other stories I am able to use the terms that they use for the male and female versions of those animals. So I've got hens and I've got does, and I've got oh God, what is the term? I'm forgetting what male bears and boars, weirdly enough, have the exact same terms, and now I'm blanking on it for the males, but also sows, which is really weird to call a female bear a sow, but apparently that's it. With wolves, they are wolves and she wolves. Like what? It's like I can at least use she wolf, and it's just kind of dumb, but like this is what the term is. So I guess I'm just gonna use their dumb term. But like a male wolf is just a wolf, and what is that? So that is my rant on these bad terms. Let's see. Greg agrees that a cup of coffee is a good idea. This was number 2 for the day. I have 2 every single morning. And then I switched to other forms of caffeine. And CB wrote 209 words. Well done, you guys. Yeah. So I've been dragging a bit. So let's go ahead and get... Oh, a male bear is called a boar. Okay, that's how that one works out. It was really confusing. And of course, like, book 2 is a boar and book 3 is a bear. And I'm like, man, people are going to read these and think that, like, I just forgot that Roger is a grizzly bear and not a boar. So yeah, it was, but like it is what it is. And in the bear book, she is a bird. So there's only like one reference to sows, I think, in it. So I kind of was able to dodge that at least. So she's a hen, but she's also a dragon. She just doesn't know it at the beginning. Okay, so we're going to go for 20 minutes. It is 15:15. So we will see you all at 30. I said we, and it's not. Well, there's cats behind me as per usual. So yeah, we will see you at 35 past. Oh, nope, that was the wrong keyboard that I just used there. Okay, that is time. I've lost track of how many words I've written. I think I did like 300 there, maybe 4. I've lost track. I'm at 791 for the day. And I did have more research to do. I don't know. I guess it's because it's the beginning of the story. It's just a weird because it's technically editing, but it's rewriting, so it's still rough. I don't know, but I'm having to do a lot of research that I didn't want to do right now. This time was just to get the term for roofs. I wanted this roof to be a salt box because I'm from New York, and salt box is just like standard fare, but they're in Oregon. Actually, I think they're in Washington. It doesn't matter. It's close enough, but I don't know if those exist out there. So I went with but like they're going out of a window onto a roof. So I needed to know the term for those things. They're dormers. I knew this already, but like my brain said gable, and I was like, that's definitely not a gable. I guess I don't know. Anyways, it was a dormer that I was looking for. Hey BC, thank you for joining. We'll be doing one more sprint today. We're gonna call it a day. Yeah. And came in with 7 minutes, but you got 37 words. That's fantastic. And Greg got 70 words. Good job, you guys. We will be doing, again, one more sprint today. We'll get that going in just about, 3 minutes here. We'll be doing our final 20. And after that, I'm going to go run some errands and do that sort of thing. And then I will be back on my Twitch channel, which is linked below. I'll be back on that probably around 1 p.m. Eastern time, but nothing is scheduled. But I will be doing productivity sprints and also playing the game Gree. I'll be bouncing back and forth. So basically these 5-minute breaks are going to be more like 10, 15-minute breaks. And I'll be playing Gree during that time. Gree is a super pretty. It's got like this watercolor / cartoon look to it. It is a beautiful game. Very zen, very easy, which is what I need because I'm terrible at video games. But yeah, so if you are around this afternoon, Eastern time, wherever you are, I guess evening for those of you who are in the UK. But yeah, so if you want to do some more sprints with me, I will be doing that along with a very pretty zen video game. And that'll be on my Twitch channel. Again, I'm thinking around 1 p.m. We'll see how the day goes. And Courtney got 6:35. It is getting tired. I'm sorry. It is morning for you as well. May I suggest some coffee? And let's see. Oh, yeah, Greg, it's 70 words is still 70 words. And especially, I don't know if you're having like a struggle point. I'm good with like whatever I get, even though I know I complain constantly about my word count being low. Just because I have been in this slump lately. But I am hoping once I get this project done, the next couple of things that I have to draft, I feel like I'm going to be faster on. So I accept this slump. This is stuff that I have to get done because I'm working on 2 series that are both like mostly written and published, and I need to get them into a box set format in hopes that will bring more money in, at least for the Shifter series, because it's dead in the water right now. So I just gotta slog through these and get them done, and then I can move on to projects that I know I'll be faster with. let's see what everybody else is saying. Oh, CB got 187. Fantastic. And BC gave better suggestions than coffee. Get some rest and make sure you recharge your creative brain. Get yourself going this morning. And let's see. BC says, not a video gamer at all, but your partner just showing me Gates of Baldur. It's D&D based. That is new, and a D&D nerd. I'll admit I'm thinking about starting to play video games. So I'm not a gamer, but I did sell my soul to World of Warcraft for 5 years because I had literally I picked up a PlayStation, I guess PS2, simply to have DDR. I don't consider that gaming. I consider that to be like the dumbest workout ever, but I loved DDR. I was really good at it back in the day. But so I ended up getting God of War because I had seen a preview for it. And I was like, you know what? Let me actually try a regular video game. It was all right. I wouldn't have stuck with it forever. But I had a roommate who played World of Warcraft, and I said I would never get into it. And then one day he was making dinner and he was like, hey, can you just like get me onto this boat? I need to get onto this boat. It runs, it doesn't run like constantly. So can you just get me on it when it shows up? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, I can do this. And when he came back from making dinner 20 minutes later, I was like, this is my game now. You can't have it. So I get it. I'm not a gamer either, but I ended up getting sucked into WoW for 5 years. And now that I'm trying to do Twitch, I was like, let me just find some pretty games. So I'm playing pretty games on Twitch. Let's see. And I'm the same way. I want higher word counts and I shoot for them, but I'm happy with any word count. Yeah. Yeah, especially like the thing is that like if I'm struggling on a story, then I need to be happy. If I'm not struggling, then I'm going to have the high word counts. If I am struggling, it's going to be lower word counts, but like I need those words so badly. So definitely happy with all words. Courtney's going to switch to reading. That's a good idea. Take a break. And CB only plays Mario Kart 8 at Super Mario Odyssey. I am a champ at Mario Kart Wii. That one game, I don't know why Mario Kart Wii is like everything, but I love Mario Kart Wii. Yes, that's a good wind down. To do some reading. And like I never do enough reading. I go through these spurts where I'll read a series and then I won't pick up another book for like a month, and that I need to be reading more than that. Yeah, WoW is fun to watch. That's one of the nice things with that game. A lot of games I don't think are very fun to watch, but it was an interesting one to watch. And Ellie Vera is a console gamer. We have an Xbox One that I stole from my dad. I told him, but like I didn't give him an option. It was sitting in his closet for 2 years. So I was like, you are never going to get this out of your closet. So this Xbox One is mine now. And then we played it for a month and never touched it again. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get that last sprint going because I went way too long on this one, going off on my gamer story. So we're gonna go for 20 minutes. This will be the last sprint of this morning. Again, I'll be back on my Twitch channel this afternoon for more sprints and a little bit of gaming. But yeah, so I'll see you guys at 5 past for final words. Okay, that was the final sprint. I did have a slight distraction of a strange noise in the house. I am by myself for 2 weeks, and that started on Monday, and I was totally fine until 2 nights ago. I went outside for whatever reason, and there was like forest sounds happening. I'm assuming we've got yard cats and we've got woods next to us, so it was probably yard cat or like possum or raccoon um hopping around in the woods next door. But like it was definitely a rape or torture murderer ready to kill me. So every sound in the house, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? The house is fine. I just heard a sound. I don't know what it was. So but I did get 1,116 words for this session, and I am almost done with this scene, and I am feeling much better about this scene than the 2 scenes that I have consolidated into this one. So I'm feeling good about what I'm doing, and I feel like once I get probably 1 or 2 more scenes written, then I'll be able to like just do an edit and be good with this. So yay, progress. Again, this was my last sprint. If y'all just joined, I will be doing sprints later today and playing Gree on my Twitch channel below. Also on Thursday, I will be streaming at 10 a.m. Eastern, so I'll be starting at about now on Thursday, if this is a better time for you. Or I'm doing 8 to 10 a.m. on Friday, and to put things in like completely not chronological order, 8 to 10 p.m. tomorrow. So I will be all over the place. This is what I do. I write and I stream. Let's see. Oh Lord, I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. Gaming, y'all are talking about like watching other people game. It is a really nice background noise. I like it. It's with the Final Fantasy stuff. It was really nice because most of it I didn't care about because it was just him like battling a monster and like I really don't care. But then there would be like the cutscenes in it, so I'd be like doing my work while he was battling monsters, and then I would stop to watch the cutscenes. And BC got 612. Awesome. Glad you made it to get about, I guess that would have been almost, 650 for you. So yay, nice for just this couple of minutes. Courtney loves living alone, and my adrenaline thrives off the strange night noises. Yes. Usually I am good with it, and it just, again, I was outside and I'm protected, and I was in the middle of doing something where I couldn't just walk away. So now I just have those jitters. Greg got 147. Chapter 2 is nearly 10,000 words. That might be too long, Greg. I normally, whenever in writing groups somebody asks how long a chapter needs to be, I'm always one of those people who's like, it just needs to be how long the chapter needs to be. Like, whatever the chapter needs to be, that's how long it is. But 10,000 might be too long for chapter 2. Courtney got 1886 for this stream and is up to 40K. That is fantastic. Yes, as Vera says, well done, everyone. You guys all have a great day. Hopefully I'll see a couple of you this afternoon. If not, I'm sure I'll see y'all again sometime this week. Good luck with your writing, and